Time now for Thimble Talk, brought to you by Thimble City. At Thimble City, we sell thimbles. Starring Tony Bolero and Sidney Pratt, with special musical guest Rory Bristol and our live studio audience. Now, let's talk thimbles.
Hi folks, and welcome to another edition of Thimble Talk, brought to you by Thimble City. I'm Sidney Pratt, along with Tony Trudeau, the owner of Thimble City, who makes this show possible. We got a big lineup today, a lot going on. I want to mention a couple of events that are coming up real quick that I'm sure you're aware of. The third annual Thimble Cook-Off, July 22nd, at your store in Screamer, Tennessee. Tell us just a little about that, if you would, there, Tony.
Well, it's something we started a couple of years ago, as you're well aware of, Sydney. You've attended, well, you were going to attend both events. You haven't been able to make it yet, but that's okay. We understand you're busy. And we, of course, being in the area that we are, we pride ourselves on the fact that, as far as I know, we're the only possum cook-off in the continental United States that is currently going on. You can go and kill your own possum, or you can just pick one up off the road. They're very abundant, prevalent, and then we cook them.
And the 22nd annual Thimble Juggling Contest in August, and that's in Finger, Tennessee. Now, you don't miss those, do you?
You know, can you see the irony of that? The old Thimble Juggle-Off.
All right, we got a lot going on today. First of all, though, we're going to go to our very own Rory Bristol, and he's going to sing a song for us right now. Hey, Rory.
You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me.
Okay, we're back. Great song, Rory. That Rory is something else.
Boy, Roy is the pride and joy of Thimble City.
We're going to be doing an interview with him, I think, in an upcoming show pretty soon.
I think that makes good sense, Sydney. Roy's become such a star, and we get a lot of letters about Roy. We just don't have time to share them.
That's right. Right now, I've got a special treat for you that you're unaware of.
Really?
Yeah, I brought a couple of thimbles today that are of historic significance that I want you to look at. I think you're going to be proud of what I've done here. I picked these up myself, and let me tell you, at no little expense. It was very costly to me.
Well, it's time to get serious.
Let's get serious. Okay, the first one I want to show you is, this is a thimble used by Dr. Ross Barrett in 1997 to sew the top of Evander Holyfield's ear back on after Mike Tyson bit it off. This is the thimble of Dr. Ross Barrett. I paid quite a bit for that.
If I could.
Yeah, please look at that. I knew you'd get a kick out of that.
Examine this. This is, of course, a dolphin thimble, and looks like it does have some type of stains on it here. Come out of Destin, Florida. And what year was that done?
It was 1997, Dr. Ross Barrett. That was when Evander Holyfield got
If
his
you
ear.
look on the inside of this thimble, it says made in China 2006.
Well, I was told that was...
Well, obviously what you were told was wrong and is incorrect. This is a cheap thimble. It's probably bought at a Dollar Tree in Destin, Florida. And, you know, these kind of thimbles do not, ladies and gentlemen,
$1,100.
please, these kind of thimbles do not grace the store of Thimble City. When you come to Thimble City, you will be receiving a thimble of elegance, fantastic
Oh
quality.
my goodness.
$1 thimble from Thimble Tree.
Okay, let's. Okay, so they got me. Okay.
Yes, I think they did, Sidney.
I've got one now, and I think you're going to have to say this one's authentic, as you can see the insignia and the emblem on the front. This thimble was used by Victoria Blatter, who was the seamstress for Elvis Presley when he ripped his jumpsuit out at the Silverdome in front of 6,000 people in his first New Year's Eve concert on December 31st, 1975. There's his belt insignia right there, Elvis's
Right.
belt insignia.
And of
Now,
course, you would be talking about the Pontiac Silverdome.
yes,
the Silverdome.
yes, absolutely.
In Pontiac, Michigan, which actually a lot of people don't realize this. I don't want to get into things that might bore our audience, but that is the home of the Detroit Lions. Now, why Detroit's playing in Pontiac, I have no idea, Sidney, but that's for another story for another time. Of course, the Silverdome didn't come into existence until the 80s, and this was used in 75.
Yeah.
What you have here is a promotional thimble that obviously says right on the front, Lambert's Cafe, home of the throw roll, and also some mighty fine hog jaw, if I must admit. But it's, listen, I pay good money for these shows. And you're producing the show, Sidney. And, we could bring thimbles from Thimble City, which is, of course, what people want to see instead of some ruse like this, please.
I'm out $2,500 for these two thimbles.
Well, for $2,500, I could probably put you in a chrysanthemum thimble from Thimble City. And it's made actually from the petals of a chrysanthemum, if you can believe that.
All right, we've got a couple of questions. Let's move on. We've got a couple
Please,
of questions
indeed.
that we get these every week.
Yes,
Of course,
my favorite part of the show.
mine too. Margaret Beck in Bear Walla, Tennessee,
Margaret.
writes in, my
That's
husband and I recently went on a vacation to Madagascar. I had forgotten to pack my thimble and tried to buy one in Madagascar, but did not know how to say thimble in Madagascar.
Absolutely.
Please tell me the Madagascaran word for thimble so that this never happens to me again, as it spoiled my vacation.
The Madagascaran word for thimble is ulakubanje. Unfortunately, even if you know the word, you won't be able to buy a thimble in Madagascar because of export-import rules that are prevalent in the African area.
What was the word?
Malakabu-ashe. But once again, you won't need it, Sidney, because the thimbles are not available in Madagascar. There are some export-import laws that are prevalent in the communities of the heretofore mentioned Atlantic Basin, which outlaw the use of thimbles, which have been declared lethal and illegal weapons.
I have so much to learn about thimbles.
Well, please pay attention.
Matilda Grossbeak from Bucksnort, Tennessee writes in, I'm currently trying to find a good insurance policy to protect my thimbles from theft or damages, but all the policies I've found have a really high deductible. Can you help me?
I cannot.
That's all the time we've got for our show today. It's really been a great pleasure. And
Once again, Sidney, I would appreciate you talking a little bit about our show and our Thimble City and what we're going to be doing down there.
thanks to you folks. Thanks to everyone listening. We'd like to thank everybody who writes in and continue writing in for Thimble Talk. I'm Sidney Pratt along with Tony Pradata. What makes a thimble special?
You do.
Here's put a thimble on your list at Thimble City. We sell thimbles. At Thimble City, we sell thimbles.
Thimble City.